So today is 2/25/2025. And I'm starting this recording out with that front and center because today has been unlike any other day I've had. It started out, I was just lifing, like life was lifing with internet issues, one thing after another. And I know all y'all have had these kind of days. You just go with the flow, you deal with things as you need to get through things that you can't solve, things that aren't timed. You just keep pushing forward, right? One foot in front of the other, keep going. I was laying in bed. For me, it is 11:11 p.m. I was laying in bed, recapping, going through my day, revisiting everything, every issue, and I do this regularly. That's not new. What was new was that I got up and got my microphone out, got the computers ready to go, because I knew I needed to share with all y'all. And those of you that know me know I don't script. I don't have things usually I don't even have an outline. There have been a couple calls where I needed to go in the sequential order, and this is not that. What I experienced tonight, this was incredible, because you guys know me by now. Those of you that are following me, if you're new to who I am, you're gonna catch on really fast. This isn't my first rodeo. There's not many things that happen to me now that are new. If it feels new, it's only because I've been so hard-headed and so stubborn that it has to happen over and over and over and over till I get, through my head to wake, like, Kathi. Tonight was the first time I felt prompted earlier in the day. And the gal Maria is my girl. I learned so much from her, and she's just being used so much in my development right now, and I'm so grateful. And she invited me to this Money March Madness or something March. I've got it on Instagram. I put it on Facebook just because I'm supposed to, right? I didn't feel internally really like it was for me. And usually, especially if Maria encourages me, I do it because she knows me, like we're in sync, and I know that I can trust her. I trust her with me. And I'm looking at the graphic, I'm looking at and it looks fun, and I'm all about fun. And and I don't know the person that's putting it on. I don't know, maybe we've been a friend. I don't know if she's in my friend list, because there's lots of people I don't know that are friends. Anyway, on Facebook, I'm looking at this thing going, okay, let me find out who this gal is. So I go to her timeline, and I listen to a couple of her, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's absolutely like me, like crazy, like energetic. Everything's about energy and frequency. Everything is about, right? And like unicorn, like there's nobody like her. She's in a league of her own, and that's how I feel about me. Like there were many, many parallels, right? So I knew, okay, like this is good. I will be able to learn from her, because she's not like everybody else. She's not a cookie cutter template that I can do, right? So one of the first things was join this Facebook group. I don't even have to tell you how many Facebook groups I've created, number one, and then how many Facebook groups I've joined, number two. Over the years, oh my God, I've joined so many, and I don't participate in all of them. Some I join and the spirit moves, and I've moved on, and I never left that group, right? So it's like all different shades of involvement. So tonight I joined this group, and they have questions that you have to answer before they'll accept you into the group, which is, normal for a lot of people. Anyway, they have one question. Now, do you think I can remember it exactly? No, because it was so impactful to me. And it had something to do with, because it's March and money, right? And maybe that's why I draw a blank. I'm exposing, I'm being vulnerable, I'm being right out. And this is why I'm even doing this recording for all y'all right now tonight. Because I have had the hugest, I thought I'd worked through all my stuff, right? Not like I'm perfect, but something as deep rooted and something as core to who I am as what I experienced tonight. I thought I had already done a lot of the work around this. And let me just tell you, just filling out this one question about selling. What does sales mean to you? How do sales work in your life? Or I forget exactly how it was worded. But I started to just give a real glib, just tell them what they want to hear so I can get through this, right? In the spirit of full disclosure, I just wanted to be in the group and get on with it, right? So I go, well, to me, life is a sale. Like, who I am is really everything about my life. And this is how I feel about everyone. It's not just me. Whatever we do in our life is a sale. You're either selling yourself, you're selling your ideas, you're putting your values out there to be accepted or not. It doesn't have to have a price tag on it necessarily, but it's a form of exchange. But I'm going into a lot more head analytics with you on this recording than I did with myself answering that question. So when I put, life is a sale, in my heart, it was like a gut punch. It hit me so deep. Because those of you, and you can go back on my recordings if you care, like whatever, but it's not a secret. I have had so much toxicity and so much agenda-driven, yucky, icky past experience with money, with sales. Never mind in my past lives of all the businesses I've ran, all the things I've done, I was usually top sales. Cold calling on the phone, give me that phone. Like, I love it. I love talking to people. And I'd be real. It wasn't baloney. I wasn't just blowing smoke, and I would make sales on the phone with people I didn't know, period. Didn't even think a thing of it because I wasn't being fake. I would find ways to be honest, to be real, before that was even a popular thing. Right? So back in the 70s and 80s, and people are cold calling, in my opinion, they were doing it all wrong. And I would tell, like some of my bosses, I would say, I don't think people care about what you're saying. They don't care about you. They don't care about why this schmoozy rag, why you would buy it. They're interested in your schmoozy rag for them. What's in it for them to buy that? It was like conceptually, I had it already in my head. But as life has gone on, I don't care if it was in the church. That was probably, well, it was at home first. My upbringing was so devaluing. It was so toxic, and it was exactly what it needed to be to produce the Kathi I am today. But going through it was brutal. I remember, it's funny because now it flashed in my mind. It was my 5th birthday. And I have this note, and somehow it has saved. It's gone through all my moves and all my marriages and all my divorces and moves and relocating and all my escapades. This note has survived. And it was a note I wrote, I think it was to my dad when I was 5 and it was my birthday. And I said, I don't want much. When we go out to dinner, I'm only worth just a hamburger, and I'll just have water. And that's all. That has stuck with me my whole life. I thought so low of myself. It was like, what is the minimum that I can trouble people for? What's the very least amount of time I can impose on you for fill in the blank, for whatever? These aren't adult issues that I'm feeling tonight on this recording with you. This was an experience joining this Facebook group to learn about March money. And it dug up a core value that I held about myself. That is a core reason I'm in this group. Because I am going to learn. At this moment, I don't know. I don't know how to be conscious, to be intentional, to be open, to be evolved, to juggle dimensions like I am, to lead other leaders like I am. I don't know how to authentically talk about sales. I don't know at this moment how to inspire and how to associate anything with money with what I do. I have been expecting, and I'm going to hit this because this is all connected, right? I've been expecting funds to come through from ways, it doesn't matter where. They have been delayed over and over and over. And I have been waiting for these funds. And the plans I have for these funds are so fantastic. And it will help so many needy groups that really need help. I could talk to you all day and all night. I won't, but I could talk for hours about these projects I've got ready to roll because these funds are coming, right? I'm going to learn the correlation because I can feel it in my soul. There is a correlation with how much I deserve, where my values of who I am are tied to a dollar symbol. There's a correlation with the amount I'm open to receiving from God. When blessings are coming, the value I feel about who I am, and that 5-year-old little Kathy Jo, all I deserve is just a hamburger and some water. When God's wanting to bless with astronomical amounts of and what I'm saying about me, if the shoe fits, this is why I got up out of bed, because I am committed. I'm not in this just for till I don't feel like doing this anymore. I'm learning about myself with every single recording I put out. Every story, and you guys follow the reel to the YouTube recording that has the full version, right? Every single one of those, I pour myself into those, and I learn about me. I'm humbled and grateful for each of you that don't miss an episode. There are some of you that would never miss. You see that I have it uploaded and you're on it. I know that because you've told me. It's not that I'm psychic. I haven't grown that new one. These are important days, and everything is changing so fast. But in the process of all of that, my soul is here for a reason. I am here for a reason, talking with all y'all. My words are creating bonds. My words are creating relationship with myself. I'm creating relationships with each of you. And this is huge. This is huge. The more that we can know ourselves and learn, if there's areas that we need to clean up, clean them up. Get on with it. Get moving. But don't brush it off. Don't just... And I'm not going to boss you around. I invite you to take a look at every single thing that pops up for you, because it's happening for a reason. And maybe I was wrong. I'm open to that too. Maybe my purpose is not just leading other leaders that have big impact with their teams, and maybe it's if there's one person, and maybe you don't have a team, maybe you're floundering just in who you are, just yourself. And maybe you're in over your head so far with your life. Maybe you don't know what you're doing in your marriage. Maybe you don't know what you're doing in your career. Like everything is so upside down that you feel like you're losing your footing. Maybe I'm for you. Maybe by me getting out of bed and sharing my day with you, there can be a connection to where when I say you are stronger than you know, you are greater inside, who you really are is unbelievably strong. All the answers that we need are in us. That God space inside of us, those fractals of God that have come together in our soul, it's for a huge purpose, and that's why we're here on earth right now. So when I say that, it sparks that God spot in you, and you feel it. And it forms, it triggers, it activates, it helps you recalibrate some of your thinking. I don't know. I'm making all this up because we're here to experience. We're here to grow and we're here to serve. And for me, when it comes to money, that has been my unspoken elephant in the room. I was raised, my dad was horrible with money, my mom was great. He'd be lost without her. If she didn't take over, we'd have been destitute, right? That's how I was raised. And then, Kathy Joe, you're just like your father. Everything with money has been a screw up. Like whatever, if money's involved, keep Kathy out. Don't put Kathy near money. There's an allergy to money. Like everything. And so of course, who am I going to attract in my world? All the con artists, all the people that take advantage, all the preachers that know how to do a really killer offering. Like they can do a song and dance that won't quit. I could spot it. I could feel it. I was right with them. I knew where they were going with it. And it happened every single time. Wonder why that is. Now I don't have to wonder because I've got to perfect this. At least get better. At least be working on it. At least be aware. This is not going to go away. I'm not going to just set that aside and focus on what I'm good at. No, this is called personal mastery. This is called own it, learn it, do it. That's why I'm doing this money march, whatever it's called. I don't even remember now what it's called, but you're going to see it. And hopefully as I go through it, you guys are going to be right with me because I do everything out loud. I do it out loud. And I think that's the bulk of what I'm supposed to share. You guys, I'm so grateful for you. Honestly, I am so grateful. And I'm going to get this. I promise I'm going to get this. And I'm going to come out stronger, wiser, better. And I'm going to know how to sell. I'm going to know how to be consciously aware, on purpose, intentional, and creating sales. So it can be, maybe the process can be duplicatable. I don't know. I found these drops, right? I've already started talking about drops, but not as it pertains to money. Money is exchanged. It costs money to place an order for drops, right? And the whole process is supposed to be duplicatable. And I'm going to learn how to do this because I can't be duplicated. You cannot be duplicated. Who you are, there is one of you. You are that special. Your DNA, there is no two people like you. So go figure. See why I'm taking this class? See why I'm in this program? I don't have it together yet. I'm like, hello. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm gonna get this thing nailed down, and I promise this is gonna be an amazing adventure. Right this minute, it feels like okay. So there you have it. You guys, by the time you listen to this, it'll be wee hours in the morning, or it'll be when you wake up in the morning. There you go. You might have a double header when you wake up, because this is still my last night. Okay? Have a good rest of your night, day, afternoon, whenever you hear this. Okay, bye.